to the first video outside for this year. But haven't had a chance to do a video of the outside yet, but now, because it was very cloudy and been getting a lot of rain, but now it's a really nice day, and I'm here to show you the stuff that is happening in the garden that I've been doing for the past month and what's been done. First, I'm going to tilt this. I built a temporary greenhouse for my tomato plants because from the previous video, if you've seen, like, I was mentioning how tall my tomato plants were getting. Well, I think it was like a few days later, I was just like, okay, I need to get them outside because I do not have the height space for the tomato plants anymore. My grow lights don't go that high. So I built that. Yeah, I built this wooden frame and got plastic tablecloth covers that you put on picnic tables. Got those, and the clear plastic base. I got, like, was it 1, 2, 3, 4 of them to cover the whole thing, to act as like a sort of greenhouse effect. And it's just temporary, so it's not pretty. It's just temporary, just to have my cherry tomatoes outside, because my beefsteaks are still small, and I know beefsteaks prefer more heat, so they're staying inside, but they're still short. But my cherry tomatoes needed to get outside because they were getting too tall. And of course, when I brought them outside, it's been nice weather, but it's like, okay, it's still slightly too cool for the tomatoes, but it should be fine. Well, this coming week and like the past couple of days, it's been getting pretty cold. So hopefully, because actually last night we got down to 0 degrees Celsius, which is 32 Fahrenheit, and they survived. So it's working. It's helping keep frost off them, and it's probably helping to keep it a little bit warmer. They're not as warm as a greenhouse would get, but it's better than nothing. It's protecting them. So they're just going to be staying in there for maybe about 3 more weeks, judging by the weather ahead. It looks like it's not going to get quite warm enough again for another 2, maybe 3 weeks. 2 weeks the earliest. But I also ended up getting this greenhouse. I think I got that like a day or two before I built the big one, just for my plants. Actually, I'll have over here, so I'll show you them. So on the deck here, which, if you noticed, it did have the frame, this weird framework. Got rid of that, and we started tearing it apart. Yeah, we started already tearing it apart right there, and it'll take a while. This is where the big main greenhouse is going to go. So this deck has to go. So work in progress. But let me show you the plants. Here we go. So this, on the last video I mentioned, I already had plants outside for acclimation. So these are my broccoli. We got chamomile. We got calendula. This one and that one is blanket flower. Right here, right here, that's thyme. My 2 only surviving Spanish sweet onions, so that's fine. But I did get a package of big bulbs that I planted outside, so I'll be fine there. We got a few more broccoli here. Lupins, delphiniums. We got hollyhock under here. Hollyhock. And then we got an anise hyssop that I started from seed. So it's doing good. Like, all these I started from seed. These alyssums I bought because my alyssums, they're just this tall. Like, the saplings are just coming up and they're this tall. So I got some more just yesterday. I actually bought them. And then these 2 were free from like a tree giveaway. Tree and shrub giveaway. These are 2 service berries. So they had elderberry, but I wasn't sure if the elderberry that they were giving away was the edible one. So it's like, okay, service berry, I know it's edible, but you have to use a lot of sugar. But I'm mainly going to eat, instead of just getting a plant that I can eat, I'll just have it for the birds because they like service berry. So not much really going on. Oh, I gotta show you something else, but I got another thing to show you. Ooh, the sun. It's a very nice sunny day. So if you remember, I planted lots of garlic. I think it was like 160 cloves. I honestly can't remember. That's why I've recorded this, so I know. But I think it was about 160 cloves. So look at all the garlic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, this is a success, I feel. And so let's get a little closer here. We got, and these were the elephant garlic. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and number 8 was lagged right behind, but it's finally coming up. So that's the elephant garlic. And this, if you remember, I had the stake, the bamboo stake here as a marking for the garlic that I planted, that the paper that's wrapped around it, either it was like half gone or falling off. Just see, planted them anyway to see if they'll grow. And we actually got quite a bit here. I think it was like 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I got 9 here. I think I planted 9. I can't remember. But 9 is coming up, so that I take that as a win, an extra 9. But like, yeah, all this garlic, I can't remember. I think that was the music and that was regular, or this was music and that was regular. I don't know. Recording. Like, it looks like they're all coming up. There's like, looks like maybe there's a gap here, so one didn't come up there. There's like a big gap here, so maybe there was like 1, maybe 2 that didn't come up, or in the fall they got dug up. It's still pretty empty in here. I moved, yeah, I can't remember if I mentioned it back in the fall. I moved these guys out from over here because the not previous owners, the landlord of the triplex beside me came over and mentioned in the spring that they were going to fix the retaining wall behind my fence, and they were going to replace my fence for me because it needs to be moved. It's for them to fix the retaining wall, but they haven't started that yet. So I had those moved in preparation, but they haven't started yet, if ever. So I haven't seen the landlord yet. Hasn't come over to mention anything, but if I ever get a chance to see him, I'm going to ask him, like, when's it going to be done? Because these garden beds, the big long one, like this big long one, that's for my cucumbers. I still have probably about a month until I need to plant my cucumbers, but I'm on a schedule. The plants won't stop for me. Makeshift greenhouse, got the slant on it to make the rain fall off. I put the shade cloth here early on to cover it when it was like, because there was no acclimation period. I just stuck them out here so to help them during the harsher part of the day for the sun. Shade cloth will come over and to protect them, and it worked really well. They're happy in there. They actually have flower buds unless they drop them. No, I still see some. There's like, see, right, that little yellow speck there, that's a flower. That's a tomato flower. Let's see if I can see on this side. Yeah, right there. Right there. Ooh, right there. Yeah, it's still tomato flower. So that's good. Ooh, green onion. Oh, look at the green onion. Which, I can't remember if I mentioned it, but I found out that this is not a standard winter green onion. Because it doesn't flower, it produces the bulbs. So that confused me. So I found out that it's actually Egyptian walking onion. Which makes sense because produce bulbs, they fall over. Plant a new one, it comes up, it falls over, and it's like it's walking across the ground. So when it drops the bulbs, I gotta make sure I catch them and put them in here. And for some reason, these guys are a little droopy. I know it gets pretty windy in my backyard, so there must have been like a burst of wind that came, a downburst hit here, and it got, oh, wait a second. Oh man. I wonder if it's getting affected by that pipe. Should be fine. Like, it's still growing. It's just, it can't get very, like, it's very tall, which is okay. So, like, I might end up moving those bulbs out here a bit more. Yeah, that was moved from over there because of, I needed to make a bigger path for stuff to come through, because I had guys over to fix my deck. Because I mentioned that previous video, they were coming over finally to fix my deck. But first, I had gotten this. I think it came in last week. Yeah, it was like last week. Just before it came up, it showed up. Oh, it was like the second day when they were working. So this guy could not fit through my my gate. So while the guys were working, I asked them if they could carry it over the fence, because it was no way it was going to fit through there. So they carried it over the fence right here, and they carried it over here. It's light. I could carry it, but getting it over the fence would have been too awkward. And my parents' plan was to take out the fence boards to get it through. And it's like, no. Even the contractor guy says, like, no, that's too much work. So him and a buddy brought it over. So now it's here, and we got a part of a platform for it. We still got to do the rest of it. And it's going to sit right here for the downspout so it can collect rainwater. This one was actually brought over by the contractor guy. He said he was just getting rid of it. So it's another rain barrel, which I'm planning to put behind the greenhouse when that's done. But yeah, here you can get a better look at the deck. So we got rid of the boards across here. We're working on this part, but now we still got a little bit more to go. But this is pretty much where the greenhouse is going to go. It's going to look nice, but like, if I get rid of this, and I got to fix that before the wind takes it. Crisis averted. Okay, so back over here. But anyway, I gotta show you. My deck is done. Look at it. Like, we got the railings, we got the stairs. Oh, gotta go up it. I've already been up it, but I gotta go up with you guys. And my, well, future self that wants to document this. Well, past self wants to document this, but for future self reference, what it looked like at this point. This is nice and fresh, sturdy. Let's go up it. Now it's safe. And now we can enjoy the fence. It's nice. And I was planning to do just standard wooden rungs, just simple, but the contractor actually mentioned metal, just for the fact that if they were wood, like the 1x1s, they would twist and warp, and then you have to replace them after a couple of years. Doing metal, it will last longer, and I don't have to do any replacing. But now that idea was such a good idea because it looks so nice, and the railing, it's simple. Like, I was thinking they would do the rungs as well, but it's just a simple railing, and it's perfect. I like it. Could probably, like, wrap some string lights around it. I think it would look really nice. But oh, this is perfect. Nice view. I just need to get a nice little table and chairs, put a barbecue here, maybe a little outdoor rug here, and oh yeah, this is peas. I covered them in this because I had nothing to cover it because of squirrels. I don't want them digging in here, but I got chicken wire, so I'm going to actually take this off now. Ooh. Oh, come on. There we go. And it protected it from the frost. I think they're the snow peas. They can handle the cool a little better, but it's mostly just to keep squirrels out. Yes, because my plan is to have it climb up and then go back over the other side and drape down, and it'll look really nice. So I got like one whole pack of peas in here, one whole pack of peas in there. So it's going to be a lot of peas. So yeah, so everything's going good. It's actually one more week until I actually do farmers market. I was going to do it this past weekend, but I had appointments and stuff to do, and also the weather ended up not being the greatest, so good. But so next weekend I'm going. So this week leading up to the first farmers market day, I'm gonna be preparing to get stuff inside. I got table, I got chairs. One of the tables is wrapped in plastic, so I gotta get that off. But yeah, clean out the car, get it ready. Yeah, because that's gonna be a big day. Because we're gonna be leaving here 7 o'clock, so I'm there by 7:30, setting up because it starts at 8 o'clock, and I had to stay there from 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's for 6 hours I'll be there for. I do have like a tent because I noticed that the spot I've got, I already know where my spot is. It gets a little bit more sun, especially when it gets closer to the middle of the day. So I want to make sure I'm sheltered from blasting sun, but also if it starts to rain, and I don't want to be sitting there in the rain. So I got a tent thing that my grandfather gave me. Hopefully I haven't checked the size of it. Hopefully it's not too big, and then I'll end up using that. If it ends up being too big, then I'll have to go get another one. Everything is good. Everything is going. It's a slow process. Got the big rain barrel. Got a temporary greenhouse because I figured that if I can get my new greenhouse done when that deck is removed and we start working on that greenhouse, I'm hoping it's done by the end of the year, so that in next spring, it'll be ready. So I could take down this temporary one, so I could have them into the new greenhouse. And yeah, I'm building that from scratch. I already made like a blueprint of it, and I know about roughly how much it's going to cost me. And for being a wood frame greenhouse, it's going to cost me cheaper to build it myself, buy the materials myself, than having someone else build it, but also buying a pre-made one. So that's gonna be slowly worked on. Not sure, we're dismantling it, not sure when we're gonna start working on the new base of it, but that's going to happen. And also my shed, I probably should mention that. Now that I know my deck, now that I know where my deck stairs are, now I know how much space I have to put the shed. So these blocks were already here from the old deck that was here that we had to get rid of. So now I know how much space there is here and how much space is here. Because if I put the shed here, I need to be able to get around to get to the AC unit. I could probably fit a 6x10 shed here, but because there was already an infraction here from the old deck, I want to double check with the city for bylaw to make sure if it's okay to put this shed here, because they got sheds here, like here, there's a shed here, but I want to make sure that where I'm putting this, because there was an infraction here already, that it's okay for me to put a shed and the size that I want. Because I think it might be if that's the same, yeah, that's roughly like a 6x10 shed, so it's roughly going to be this size, but right here. But I'm not doing, I might, because of the layout, because I got this guy here, the stairs here. If I put a shed here, a lot of sheds, if the door's on the long side, it's right in the middle, and I feel like the stairs will be in the way. So if I could get one where the door is more here, then that would be perfect. But my mom says she's found some sheds that look like that. It's like perfect. I might be able to get that. But if they don't work, then I might have to build my own shed. I'll build my greenhouse, build my own shed. So I've already working on a blueprint for a shed. It's gonna be fun. And I have decided, do I want to get the shed done first or the greenhouse done first? And part of me is like, get the greenhouse done first, because I want it to be ready by spring next year, and it's a bigger project compared to a shed. But yeah, it's nice out. Block the sun. But it's nice out. Got everything ready, because prepared out here in the morning because it was risk of frost last night. So I uncovered stuff already. Got the plants that are on the deck now. Got these guys out. I actually bought some potted plants from that are perennials from a greenhouse. Not greenhouse, a garden center. And try to block the sun. There we go. And I already got them planted in the front yard to start my big native garden. Not native, but well, like parts of it could be native flowers, but a lot of flowers that will bloom throughout the year. And it's just gonna be getting rid of the grass to put all these flowering plants and native grasses, not lawn grass. So I'll see if I could see from here. So right there, we got, see my finger? Oh, here. We got foxglove. You got, foxglove. What was that? Globe thistle. We got a poppy that apparently comes back every year. We got a bachelor's button, a perennial bachelor's button, and we got a false sunflower. And I actually put some, I had strawberry starts because my strawberry bed's not ready. They're all through here. And I got like blazing star liatris bulbs planted there. We got like, oh, I can't remember what it's called, but like it's called a lucifer. I planted them here. And then I got like this other poppy that apparently comes back every year. So it's planted around here, but they're like in bulbs. So yeah, I got that. And that's like the first garden bed I've planted out in the front yard. Make it bird, bee, butterfly friendly. Just fill that all out. Get rid of that grass. And that'll be less lawn cutting for me. Because I've already cut the lawn already last week. At least once. And it looks like I might have to do it again after all that rain we just had. Later. So, anyway. Everything is good. Greenhouse is working. Plants are growing. Like right there. And hoping the the farmer's market does well. That's in 5 days, 6 days. It'll be good. So I'll probably do an update video after that. Just I won't record while I'm there. Like maybe in the future I will, but for the first day now, I just want to focus on that. But there's lots to do. I gotta prepare for that. So. Oh, I got all week to prepare, but still. Okay, so it's still a little chilly, so stay warm. But the weather is getting nice, so stay cool if you're already dealing with the heat. Drink lots of water. And talk in the next one.